And in this corner, weighing in at probably a few grams, the only man to be definitively defined by having a mustache and overalls, it's a Mario! And in the other corner, as you can plainly see, weighing in at I think a few grams per segment, maybe a few more for the head, a toppling terror, a Pokey. How many Pokies? Who knows? But there's only one on the screen. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you liked that intro. We're going to beat this guy up. Let's go! And the bell rang, and I tried to throw a hammer strike before the bell rang. That did not work. Oh, there's also a paper cloud. That probably doesn't weigh anything. Actually, considering it's a cloud, I'd wager that that actually weighs more, and I made a very, very, very bad decision because Goombella now can't attack. Oh well, let's just use this power block and knock a segment off. That's about all she can do, and I didn't even knock a segment off. Ouch. Okay, I don't think I've mentioned this, but you can, when you super guard a Poke launching a part of its body at you, you actually deflect it and send it back at it, and you deal the exact amount of damage that it would have dealt. So that would have dealt 3 to it. It's hard to do, kinda, but it is so funny and satisfying. I hope I can get away with that. Looking at how much progress we made over, taking movements into account, I have a feeling we'll be good. We'll be on good time here, because I did start the Pit of 100 Trials like almost 10 minutes into the last episode, so we did a decent amount of progress across 10 minutes. I have a feeling we'll be good. Ouch. I should probably use some item. I don't have an item. Oh well. Bonk. Bonk! Make it look easy. Kind of a bit of a slug to get... Oh yeah, I guess I could be using you might hear a siren in the background. My window is open. And you can probably hear some of the loud traffic out there. Alright, this is a badge we'll be able to use. Fire Drive. It's a really good badge. It's a good offensive hammer that it's kind of like Vivian's Fiery Jinx, except it gets gradually weaker the more it hits. But it sends a flame to the enemies and inflicts a burn on everything on the ground. It really is kind of like an inferior version of Vivian's Fire Jinx, because Fire Drive only hits enemies on the ground. Oh. Okay, well, it's a good thing we don't really need you for anything other than Tabline. Only hits things on the ground or low to the ground, like those boos. And it gets weaker, as I will demonstrate. Oh, and it also costs less than Vivian's Fire Jinx. So yeah, it did 5, 4, 3, 2. Nope. Calls for levitating, and then he's going to make himself invisible. Boos don't attack very often, as I've come to notice. No, I missed. Alright, well... I'm not going to bother with the spiked Goomba. The burn's going to kill him anyway. Oh, boos are still worth something. Yeah, even though the burn was going to kill him, or I was going to super guard him. Oh yeah. Yeah, boos don't really attack all that often. They usually prioritize making themselves float or making themselves invisible first. Turn 1, boos are not usually all that big of a threat. Oh, Fire Flower. And some health. Perfect. I needed that. I got some good super guards on that one. It would be nice if they could drop some HP restoring items too. That would be actually fantastic. Bonk! Bandits. Oh, and there's a lot of them. Hey Vivian! I have a job for you! Show them what you can do. 5 damage. Yeah, see? This is why Vivian's good. One shots anything with an HP of 5. That was good. And when she levels up again, that attack power becomes 6. Yeah, Vivian is good. And again, as I mentioned, she's one of the only thing... well, she can inflict burn. Guaranteed. She is a good partner to have. And Lakitus also dies to Vivian's Fiery Jinx. So... However, I'm going to take a turn to Sweet Treat because I kind of need some HP and a bit of FP because Vivian kind of took a little bit of a chunk there. You can take as much FP as you want. You earned it. After all that abuse you went through in the last 2 chapters. Oh, well, the last 2 even-numbered chapters. Because I realized the Shadow Sirens had nothing to do with Chapter 3. And like I said, none of the main antagonists really did. Oh, there's flashing lights outside my window again. Yeah. I'm now very curious as to what that is. Oh, there's an ambulance again. I don't know what's going on over there. But it's also on the other... It's at the building across from ours, so it's not our building. But always confuses... I'm always curious when I see the cops or the ambulances or the firefighters. I'm always curious, but 90% of the time I don't get answers. But it's also really not my concern, and I really shouldn't be sticking my neck into places where it doesn't belong. So, that's that. That's all for that topic. Moving on. What do we got? Bombs. Ah, yes, Vivian. This is a very dangerous confrontation for you. And by dangerous, I mean let's have some... Oh, wait. Can't really have some fun with these guys. Because if I burn them, they're just going to attack me and blow up. So the bombs can't actually be damaged by burn. Alright. Ouch. And nope. So here's what we're going to do. Vivian, oh hey, someone's throwing something at me. How about you get out of my crowd? Get the heck out of my audience. We're going to Shade Fist the Goomba. Goomba, fuck you. Oh, here's another brilliant thing about Vivian's Shade Fist. If you mess up the action command, I don't think there's a damage decrease. You simply don't get the burn. So, for screwing up, you're only missing out on a status condition that you inflict. You're not really losing out on much. Actually, you know what? I'm going to test this. Vivian does 4 damage with her Shade Fist. Let's see if messing up an action command lowers the damage or not. I don't think it does. That's why I was saying this in the first place. So let's see. What button is it? A. I'm pressing X. Yeah, see, it still does 4 damage. The Boo just didn't get burned. Alright, Boo. You were a good test subject. Now go away. Uh-oh. There's Fog now. And that Boo attacked first turn. Interesting. And that Goomba missed. Okay, we actually have a battle going on here. Oh! Cheese. Oh, right. These guys are still worth something, too. Heck yeah. Good job, Mario. Good hit. Man, we all missing out here. Except for the enemies. But I'm super guarding them, so I'm still getting my damage. Alright, both at 6. I don't really want to waste 6 FP on 2 enemies. Usually I'll resort to Fiery Jinx if there's more than 3 enemies. 4 or more, I will definitely do it. Goombas are easier to super guard than you are, so I'm going to take care of you first. Unless Fog rolls in again, which it didn't. Good. There are times where Fog just rolls in all the time. It's really annoying. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get a level up sometime. You know what? Actually, I think now that we're facing enemies that are still giving us star points, we will most definitely get to a level up soon. Because starting in the next 10 floors, we will be encountering enemies that we will naturally be facing in the next chapter. And I believe we'll be facing some enemies from chapter 6 as well. So we'll have no shortage of enemies to fight that'll be actually useful for providing us experience. Come to me, Goomba. Get that first strike. Let's go. Man, I still love this game, and those guys have a lot of items. Huh. Okay, let's do it. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Oh, that didn't even do damage, it just burned them. Okay, that's kind of not good. I really messed up here. Well, that Goomba's probably going to use his Super Shroom now, which means that the 1 damage I did does nothing. It's okay, you're just going to take that 1 point of damage again this turn anyway. While your friend here takes 2 points of damage. Wow, I really made a mess of that one, didn't I? Wasted 6 FP to screw up immediately. And a really obvious mistake that I wasn't paying attention to. I should probably use Head Rattle on an enemy that'll survive my hammer just so you can see what happens. Confused is a fun status condition to inflict on enemies. Because confusion... Oh, screw you, Shy Guy. Confusion causes enemies... I think Yoshi was confused recently. Confused enemies can have a chance of attacking their partners. It's so funny to see them do that. So, what we need to do is we need to find an enemy with more than 4 HP that I can confuse spiked Goombas. I don't know why I didn't do that. Okay, now you know what? There's 5 of these guys. Honey syrup, and then we're going to do a correct fiery jinx. Okay, even more so than head rattle, there's an item called ruin powder that inflicts confusion on all enemies. That's the go-to way to confuse because it hits everything. It's not a guarantee, but it hits everything, and I'm pretty sure it's just absolute chaos. You know what? We will be able to buy ruin powder. It won't be for quite some time. In like chapter 7 we'll be able to do it. But we're going to buy ruin powder, and we are going to use it. All the more reason why we need to get down this pit and get that strange sack so we can increase our inventory space. Okay. 5 Lakitus. I'd wager this is also not something I plan to deal with. You know what? We have 2 fire flowers. Let's save the FP. Plus, we don't really... If we can just gang up with the fire flowers, we might as well. We don't really need them. Yeah, like obviously it's going to... Each 10 floors is going to take a little bit longer because the enemies are going to start getting better. Like, we're going to start reaching enemies that will deal, like... Well, I have, like, 8 HP or more. Or, like, higher defense, but... Well, I probably should be, worried about enemies with defense, because last time I checked, I don't have piercing blow. And I won't have it for quite some time. But I certainly do not want to take that. And unfortunately, I probably should have saved that. You know what? Let's do this. That way we can actually one-shot the bombs. Because they have a defense of 1. Ouch. Ouch. Now we can KO them in one shot because we just lowered their defense. Or that can happen and now we're just in trouble. Alright. No, we're getting out of here. Let's go, Mario. We're not taking that shit. Boom! And there's still a little rumble. They explode off stage. Yo, whole new meaning to the phrase exit stage left. That was their stage right, now that I'm thinking about it. Because if we're facing the crowd, well, our left is in the other is towards the enemies. Oh, man. These are things. Mario 1,000-Year Door moments that are definitely worth it. Zap Tap. Basically a permanent. You know what? We're going to put that on. Zap Tap is a permanent electrified. And as much as the electrified status is not really all that noteworthy, you'd be surprised at how useful it is down the line. Being electrified makes you immune to any enemy that can attack you by clutching onto you. Which means that Fuzzies and the future Swoopulas and Swampfire enemies, which are Swooper variants, they can't deal any damage to you because their only method of attack is clutching onto you. Zap Tap is very useful for the last 10 floors of the Pit of 100 Trials because Swampfires are among one of the last enemies you encounter in the entire game. I'm dying. We're sweet treating again. Yeah, Swampfires are encountered in the last 10 floors. They have 20 HP and they attack by clutching onto you. That makes them relatively dangerous, especially, again, late pit enemies are nothing to laugh at. Where's all the Mario ones? I got 5 HP. So having Zap Tap on and going up against a full team of Swampfires basically means you have an entire free battle to do whatever you want because the Swampfires can't do anything to you. You can use that time to restore your HP, restore your SP, do whatever you need to do because those Swampfires are not going to be able to hurt you. Granted, it's not often that you'll be in that situation where you're up against only Swampfires as far as I'm concerned. You might. I haven't been down there in a very long time, so I don't know the enemy formations. Also, Dark Koopas have an extra defense when they're standing on their feet, so that's why we didn't do anything. But they apparently are worth star points. Which is weird, because I could have swore that the Dark Koopas and Gloomba family are tied to their normal counterparts, so I'm not sure why these are worth star points and the other ones are not. But oh well. Ah, Hyperclefs. We just finished fighting these guys. So we know what they're capable of. A lot of pain. And they are defensive. And they can't be burned. Okay, let's try this. That one didn't even get confused. Okay. Well, they're going to be taking... Oh, wait, I could tattle on this guy. I'm going to have to get my super guarding game on. Okay. That's a problem. That's a bigger problem. I guess I'm special moving this turn. I really don't have much to deal with these rocks. Yeah, and unfortunately this chokes up time too, so... Yeah, we need to at least hit 5. Because the Parabuzzy, well, not only will it survive if I don't get high enough, because the shockwaves won't reach him if I don't do it big enough, but it's got 5 HP, so I need to do it at least 5 times, because it's good. The damage is gauged by how many gauges you make. So all of them, you get perfect 6 damage. Oh, we're almost at a level up, so we're good. We're good. I can afford to be a little careless. That POW block will be useful. That POW, I can't believe I'm saying this about a POW block, but that will be useful. Let's actually get Yoshito, because I realize he also has Gulp, which can deal with Clefs pretty easily. I think we'll be able to do one more battle. What floor are we on? 33, we're getting there. So we just need to do like about 15 more floors next episode. Oh. That's actually not good. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna Earth Tremor again. Because Yoshi can hit multiple times, but here's the thing about flying enemies. As you've probably witnessed with with my jump, when you jump on a winged enemy, you're still jumping on the winged enemy for all your jumps. So in this case, with the Buzzy Beetles having 4 defense, we can jump on them while they're with their wings, but both jumps are not going to do anything because they don't lose their wings until after the jump is done. All right, level up. I'm going to upgrade my HP. Even it out with my FP. As much as I would love to do BP, I don't think we really need it because we keep selling badges, so we don't have anything to stack up. And once again, I'm going to bypass that tasty tonic. We're going to go down the pipe, and in this pipe will be the next episode. I lied because we entered in early. Shady Koopas. We'll see you guys next time. Oh, jeez, yeah, we will see you guys next time.